for our latest North-East derby in the Barclays WSL 2. Always had something else, doesn't it, Newcastle? Not just the atmosphere, but the pitch as well. Ball launched forward. Straight after it again, but cut out well by Briggs before it could reach Sevenius. Briggs really did have a very, very unlucky few moments against Sheffield United last weekend. Such a big day for it, reaching that milestone, but whether it was Rourke or whether it was who steered the ball in officially, she did get the final touch. Durham immediately, you can see the energy levels already much higher than the start against Sheffield United last weekend. Wardlaw with the throw. That young buck in the Newcastle United backline, so much experience in that defence. Towards Demi Stokes, the Newcastle United captain. Chase on again from Pritchard. First touch of the game for Leifting as well. Enjoying some regular football, Femke Leifting. Wardlaw. The ball through is not quite good enough to find Sevenius. Little layoff toward Lambert is cut out, and the flag was up anyway. Stokes. Lovely skip of the boot there, but picked up well in the end. Hannah Blake getting into it. One of those players who did come into the starting 11 today. Interesting defending, but it half worked on that right-hand side from Grace Eyre. Here's Jordan Nobbs, so creative last weekend. Of course, an England regular for a very long time. Both sides perhaps just working each other out here. Launch forward and a bit of a push here from Hales. Wardlaw shouts of time from the bench. That disappeared fairly quickly. And then Toland just got a body in the way. She, of course, was fantastic in the first few minutes last weekend. An unbelievable strike that was brilliantly saved, but unable to keep that going through the full 90 minutes. Sevenius just has the ball taken off her toe. Will pick it back up, though. Wardlaw comes inside and opts for the safe option. Less safe option taken, but it's a brilliant switch of play to this left-hand side. Chance for Newcastle United to try and create something. Low ball in. It's still lurking. It's not lurking now. Hammered clear. Play on this left-hand side, a pass that was just a little too strong. Only a half chance, but the best half chance of these opening few minutes. Well, Durham will not be happy with 9th, and Newcastle will not be happy with 6th, to be fair, at the moment in the WSL 2 table. More expected of both pre-season. There's Lambert. Tries it down the right-hand side. Will in the end concede the throw. Volley forward. They back off, but won well by Durham. Brilliant skill there from Beth Heppel, the league's top goal scorer. Drives down the right-hand side. There are a couple of options in the penalty area here. Hit low toward goal, but bounces gently into the arms of Leifting. Simple chance, but at least a statement of intent from Durham. Pass is a good one. Right-hand side now cut in from Jordan Knobs. Swings it left-hand side, but almost cut out, stays with the visitors here. Edge of the penalty area, the through ball, it's a heavy touch. And Shepherd on top of it. See how quickly Newcastle turned their quality of Knobs and that pass as well. Wardlaw into the centre circle. Back in this Newcastle United back line. Shout of drive from the bench. To Wardlaw again. Bit of pressure on Mannion, but Aoife Mannion does well. Smart touch to find Body. Body with a brilliant swing to the right-hand side. It's held up well as well here for Sevenius. Right-hand side. Una Sevenius plays the ball in low, across goal, and in the end, well, anywhere would do for Tyler Toland. See the quality of Sevenius there. Right ball across. It seemed to both speed up and slow down as it reached the edge of the 6-yard box. Another big chance though. That Newcastle can't get a telling touch to. Corner kick. Good corner kick as well, into a dangerous position and flicked over. I think on the outside of the boot there as well. Really good corner, that one. Right to the edge of the 6-yard box, plenty of bodies in there, but the chance not able to be taken in the end. Briggs under some pressure. Inside the penalty area, Durham can start to drive forward with the captain, Sarah Wilson. Launches it down that right-hand side. It might be a good ball as well here. It is a good ball. That one less impressive, but right kind of idea from Durham, certainly. Knobs wants it. Just a bit too strong for the chase of the woman who played 71 times for England. Of course, an Arsenal legend, returning to the North East this year. Started her time, of course, her career up in Sunderland. And went to have, and still having, an amazing career. Aoife Mannion. Just looking for somewhere to go. Hopes to stay along that back line. Launched long now and actually into a good position here. Faye Gregory under some pressure, but keeps the ball. Lovely piece of skill. That's a brilliant bit of play into a dangerous position. Good, strong header clear from the Durham captain. They try and pass their way out of trouble here. Might have got themselves into some trouble. Grace Eyre under pressure. And Wilson does well to win the goal kick. Might just be the time of day, but those food trucks do look quite enticing, actually, even from here. Things like this important, of course, not just for the enjoyment of the match itself, but everything around it, both clubs and fans. Forward well by Body, and now into a really dangerous position. It's Jordan Nobbs. Jordan Nobbs tries to play it back, will go again, and it's scuffed in. Newcastle have the lead. The ball through for Nobbs to chase, absolute perfection. Didn't work first time for her. She put it into the right place second time. And I think it's Molly Pike who's just managed to scramble it home. That ball through is absolutely brilliant from Hales. Nobbs blocked the first time by Wilson, but not the second time. And Newcastle United have the lead. Molly Pike gets her third goal of the season. And actually, in some ways, in terms of the manner of the goal, similar to the one she scored against Ipswich for Newcastle's third as well. How did Durham respond to this? The ball back to Briggs, but does well with it. So does Heppel. Michaela Foster. Cross in for Becky Saliki today. Just went short there. Savenius tries to get a hold of it. And away for a throw on this left-hand side for Durham. Jam-packed Derby Day crowd. Good throw, picked up well by Lambert. Cuts back, has got Briggs in support, Molly Lambert. Goes with Briggs, it's an awkward pass, she'll pick it straight back up though. And that's a poor pass. And now a chance for Shania Hales. Tries the reverse ball back towards Nobbs in a similar position. Wilson able to be there this time, and it's almost three Newcastle players putting the pressure on Catriona Shepherd there. Newcastle throw on this right-hand side. Hales tries to get it under control. Move it back towards Nobbs. That combination working very well in these opening 13 minutes. Wardlaw. Very smart pass through Savenius with a lovely step over here. Una Savenius goes for goal. It's not going to drop in time. Obviously had a brilliant summer in terms of personal performance for Finland in the Euros. He's got back-to-back games as well this season. It was the Bristol City and Crystal Palace games, and well, you can see why Newcastle went big on signing it. Toland wants it, can be ignored on that right-hand side. It'll flick forward towards Pritchard. Pressure is continued on by Durham, and it's actually worked as well very nicely. Very good play. Kept the pressure on that right-hand side. Just made things a little bit more awkward there for Newcastle. All the way from the back line for this throw. Toland just lurking in and around Pike there. Throw comes into the penalty area, flicked on dangerously. He's going to drop for Heppel, not first time, it's not. Lambert will go in and side-footed home for the equaliser. It wasn't going to land for the league's top scorer. It landed for Molly Lambert instead. Such a smart, tight finish from Molly Lambert. It's her third goal of the season as well. And Durham very, very quickly are back on level terms at Newcastle. Really good flicked header. Bit of danger, but I tell you what, that is not an easy finish. Molly Lambert takes it with aplomb. And Durham back to 1-1, behind for only 5 minutes. That's what you call taking your chance. Oh, pressure from Speckmaier. Newcastle just about dealing with it. Mariana Speckmaier was straight toward the defenders there. Well, what next? Good play from Wilson. Pritchard. Durham have a few forward here. Heppel's pass is a loose one. Goes back in for the challenge and wins the free kick. She's in the walls a little bit last week as well, after scoring the penalty, getting a shoulder barge inside the net for her troubles, and I wouldn't say all hell broke loose afterwards, but there was certainly a fair few words amongst a fair few Durham and Sheffield United players in the resulting, again, melee, too strong of a word, but discussion is maybe too weak of one. Heppel over the free kick here. Lambert lurking on the edge of the D. Poppy Pritchard just moves outside of it.
Make her come and get it.
Beth Heppel with the free kick. Option to her right-hand side. Two options to her right-hand side if she wants them. Goes straight in instead. Heppel toward goal, I think, perhaps. And Leafting finds it very simple as well. Does look like Speckmaier has just switched sides here as well. Was on the right-hand side for the first few minutes of the game. Operating down to this left as well now. Challenge on Hales, who's taking a moment to get back up. Again, pressure on Leafting. Briggs has it dropped for her, but it's just absolutely incessant, this. Almost any time the opposing player has the ball, the other side are flying at them. Exactly what you'd expect from this kind of game. Cooper towards Mannion. Mannion right-hand side finds Savenius, who just looks so dangerous every time she's on the ball. Back to Aoife Mannion again. Swung out to the left-hand side. It's going to stay in. I think it's going to turn out to be a very good ball. Play again on that left-hand side. There are options in the centre here for Newcastle. It's going to come towards Jordan Nobbs, who just taps it back. Wardlaw. Well blocked and then side-footed down to the right-hand side to find Savenius once more. It's back to that inside here. Una Savenius. Emmy Stokes chases it down. Savenius has continued marauding inside, so far so that she's now out to the left. Mannion might try a strike here. Tries the strike. It deflects up. Is the flag going to stay down? No, it is not. Newcastle trying to work the ball there for a strong period of time as well. (1-1) as we reach the 20th minute. Wilson launches it. Attempted flick on, which Speckmaier opts to just leave rather than chase down. Keeps a position instead. Aoife Mannion. Pass is really, really well read. And a free kick won by Toland. A few discussions here. Beth Heppel, I think, talking about the standing distance. A few mentions on the bench as well, I think. Foster goes back towards Shepherd. Newcastle get away from Grace Eyre, and now it's Stokes on this left-hand side. Ball to the edge of the penalty area, which Heppel can gobble up pretty simply. And now she'll drive forward. Speckmeyer making a move on the left-hand side. Takes some ball to find her. Heppel capable of it. Goes for the sensible ball instead. Lambert, the Durham goal scorer. Brilliant play toward the byline. The attempted little back flick from Speckmeyer. Very well defended in the end. And now forward come Newcastle. Sevenius. So dangerous running at you here. Up against Briggs. Briggs does very well indeed to throw the right boot at it. Wadlaw under pressure. Speckmeyer's done well to win the throw. Sliced up into the air and somehow into the Durham penalty area. And he's slightly more convincingly cleared second time around. It's a great pass to find Sevenius right-hand side. Back it comes to Charlotte Wardlaw. Into a dangerous position. Shepherd opts not to come for it. It's going to go back post instead, but it's not a clean connection. Durham will be thankful for that. Under pressure to Shepherd. Again is under pressure, but does well with that clearance. Heppel just rolls it to this left-hand side. Big strides forward, very good strides forward as well from Wilson to find Toland. Toland tries the through ball. Nobb's able just to knock things up a little bit. Pritchard will chase and continue chasing here. Pritchard is doing very, very well. Doing very well against Mannion, who in turn actually dealt with it very nicely. 65% possession in the game for Newcastle so far. Certainly had the more of it at the moment. These two sides sharing the spoils. Flip forward. Briggs, no free kick given. Sevenius goes down. Mannion able just to get a gentle hold of it, and Newcastle will try and find the through ball again. Launched in. And Shepherd, who may well have been able to collect that, understandably decided to just go with the safety first approach. So Molly Pike's 10th minute goal cancelled out by Molly Lambert's equaliser. Nobbs wants to get on with it straight away. Doesn't have a great number of places to go. Your body is just lurking as well. And a sloppy touch from the right back. Long throw down the left-hand side. Pritchard doesn't get a hold of it. Nice interchange, lovely layoff there from Heppel, and Lambert can drive. And she likes to drive forward with the ball as well. Does the smart thing, just holds up. And the ball down the right-hand side doesn't quite work for Durham there. 25 on the clock. Almost 26. Durham 1, Newcastle 1. Huge smash of the ball. Should be Shepherd's. Well, you look where Newcastle are in the table. I mean, only 2 teams have scored more than them in the league so far this season. Birmingham and, of course, Southampton, who have looked in times deadly in front of goal. Over the halfway line. Durham getting some bodies forward. Newcastle getting some back. Only 2, now 3 in the centre toward the charge of Heppel. And it comes back into the penalty area. Cleared right-hand side. Lambert opts not to chase it. Will take the throw instead.
Come on, there we go! Come on! Take your time, steady!
Bit of movement inside the penalty area here for Durham. Just see 1 or 2 working out their positions for what's likely to be a long throw. Something we've seen adopted more and more across the lower leagues of the men's game in England. Now a little higher up as well. Wilson tries the flick on. So too does Briggs in the centre, cleared high in the air. Big chase on here with Hales coming. And a body in the way. Very brave body in the way to win Durham the throw. Shania Hales, when she gets going, unbelievable. I mean, 15 goals last season. It's not exactly been poor this season either. A couple already under the belt. Attempts to flick on from Speckmeyer. Foster challenges for it, doesn't quite win it. Still finds its way back to Wilson, whose pass is strong, but dealt with by Shepherd. Briggs is being forced further and further by Sevenius. In the end, Durham have to just try and adapt. Foster clearing it away. Briggs, again, manages to emerge with the ball. Mannion's throw into the back line. Pritchard will chase. Dealt with simply enough by Deanna Cooper. Albeit Pritchard didn't stop chasing, and her side have won the ball. Cooper's got to get after this. Newcastle boot the last touch. Really is pretty breathless stuff, this on the whole. No one letting anyone rest, and now, in fact, a huge burst forward. Nobbs is a really well-weighted pass. It's a drill toward goal. It's superb defending from Wilson. That was a great bit of football from Newcastle. Countered superbly. Look at the deft touch there from Nobbs. That is a great challenge from the Durham captain. No one by Stokes. Speckmeyer will chase. Wardlaw just does the right thing and moving it back toward the centre-back, who launches it cross-field. Back towards Grace Eyre. Will try and come again here, Eyre, and has done well. Toland. See what she's trying to do with the ball, but in the end dealt with. Six shots to 3 for Newcastle, 3 on target to 2. And such strong possession stats for the visitors as well. 1-1, but Newcastle have certainly shown how dangerous they can be. In Durham, we know how at times physical and strong and determined this side is as well.
Unlucky, send it again.
Durham happy to let Mannion get toward the halfway line. And now with Wardlaw. Careful for company. Mannion has the ball a little awkwardly returned to her. Manages to find her balance well. Wardlaw inside. Hales. Switch that across if it manages to slow down. It has managed to slow down on that left-hand side. See what Freya Gregory has done down that left on a number of occasions, caused real problems for Grace Eyre. And now I think we have an issue with the Durham goal scorer here. Well, plenty of travelling Newcastle fans today. Side by side with a few Durham fans as well. You can see from that side of the stand there at Maiden Castle and on the one just beneath our cameras today, there is an awful lot of folks here watching this Barclays WSL 2 action. Sign perhaps of the continued growth of the league. As you can see, plenty on offer for those at the ground today as well. It's Shepherd and I think Lambert who are both needing a little bit of help here. This would not be welcome at all if it's a problem for Catriona Shepherd. A few words as well here from Mr. Furness and the team. Anna King would be the likely replacement if there is a bigger issue here with Catriona Shepherd, who actually did get a knock last week as well against Sheffield United. Anna King has had some Subway Women's League Cup action under her belt this season, was involved in that 2-1 loss to Liverpool, where Durham actually played really, really well. And that 1-1 draw against Sheffield United as well, which, of course, did have a penalties winner in the end. Catriona Shepherd, I think, has had a bit of attention and is back to her feet. Molly Lambert is continuing to adjust the shin pads, the socks and the boots. Shouts of concentration from the stands, from the dugouts, I should say. "34 minutes in, Durham 1, Newcastle 1. Michaela Foster. Towards Pritchard, who tries to nod it to a side for the chase of Molly Lambert. And Hale's able to collect it. Heppel puts her body in, wins the ball. And I think the flag has gone up nevertheless. Well, it was hard to imagine how the intensity of the first 20 or so minutes could continue. Hasn't dropped off completely, but there's going to be little gaps in the game where things slow down a tad. Briggs again uses a body there. The club for a fair while now, of course. Real mainstay on that left-hand side for Durham. The referee there, Megan Wilson, was just looking for some direction as to which way the throw was going to go. Quick word as well. Ready for Mannion. Speaking of ever presence, I mean, Aoife Mannion's played every minute so far this season for Newcastle. In the league, I should add. Svenius up against Briggs. Pass towards Hales. Lays it off towards Body. Over the halfway line now comes Cooper. Gregory on that left-hand side. Looking for a nice long settled period of club now, really, for Gregory. Now 22, this is the 6th side she's represented, Newcastle. Leifting. That's a very, very good ball down the left-hand side. Gregory might try and get the cross in. Has managed it, but it's going to drift. He did really well just to get a clean control of that, really. Just got away in the air, but did very, very well overall there. It's caused some problems. Shepherd still seems a little bit reticent to put a foot right through the ball. Briggs launched it down that channel for Pritchard. Mannion deals with it towards Wardlaw. Cooper into the centre circle. Savenius. Wardlaw. Mannion. So somewhere to go. Tries to clip it for Hales to chase, and Hales might well chase this here. Has got away from a marker. It's Shania Hales. It's into the arms of Shepherd. Michaela Foster just got a little bit caught there. Hales did well, just used the physicality and twisted and turned and a clean enough shot away. Cooper. There's been a potentially accidental coming together in the centre of the park there. And quite a bit of pain here as well. I think it's Beth Heppel who's down. Looks on initial viewing like they just bounced off each other. Unawares where each one was, but it does look to be a bit of pain here. In fact, there looks to be a lot of pain here as well. And let's just see this here. Yeah, it's just a complete coming together. There's absolutely zero intent. And now there's, I think, a real problem here for Durham. I think there's a real problem here for Durham. Sarah Wilson's going to jog across for a drink and a word here. Inspirational captain, of course. And well over 250 appearances for this club now. And that talisman being down and looking in as much pain as she is a real concern here for Durham. Grace Eyre across to offer a little bit of support. The league's top goal scorer at the moment, needing a lot of attention. I think back through Beth Heppel's career as well, she's been incredibly reliable. I mean, so few injuries in the career as a whole. Barely missed a game since 2014, really. It's incredible, her ability to have avoided the occasional knock or the occasional piece of bad luck. She may have had a bit of bad luck here. Let's see. I mean, right now, she doesn't look particularly fit to continue. A few final checks, a few final tries, but Beth Heppel really not moving well here at all. She'll be hoping, Durham will be hoping. It's just the initial flush of pain she's experiencing. Rather than anything more long-term, she's actually moving slightly better with every step at the moment. But arguably your most impactful player this season. The question for Adam Furness and his team is, do we take the risk of continuing to play her today? We will see what happens. Game back underway. Newcastle switch out to the left-hand side. Eyre has done well.
Wider, Brittany, wider.
Foster. Touch back towards Nobbs. Comes through. Little touch again for Nobbs to try and lay off. Briggs has read it really well to get in front of the goal scorer Pike. Puts it out of play. Still no sign of Beth Heppel or a replacement. Newcastle for now down to 10. All cleared away. We're likely to have around 5 minutes of added time in this first half at the moment. Savenius. Clearance only comes back as far as Newcastle once more. Wardlaw. Back to the right back, who swings it smartly into the centre circle. And then the ball is very well run. Lambert. Nice touch. Beth Heppel back on the field now, as you can see, on the edge of the centre circle. Still moving a little bit gingerly, but looks at the moment okay to continue. Almost came through to her there. Such a freak knock, really. No one at fault.
And again, keep walking!
Pass is well read by Wilson. Goes on to win the throw. So likely 5 minutes of added time. Stands at the moment only seem to be getting bigger. More and more full. Wardlaw. Heppel in well, Heppel in very well. It's Pritchard up against Wardlaw. Still going here, Poppy Pritchard. Into the penalty area. Good ball across toward the edge of the 6-yard box. There's no Durham player there to put it home. It's interesting there as well. You could hear shouts, serve drive and go for it from the dugout. Pritchard put the burners on and started to charge. And now there might be a problem here as well for Body, who was actually part of, I think, that knock initially with Heppel. Well, she might just be sorting a boot out, which is how it currently looks. Beth Heppel definitely moving slightly better now. This was a great drive from Pritchard here. And then again, actually, Speckmeyer caught the heels there. There are a few accidental coming togethers in this game so far. Up and okay. Just the boot adjustment. So, into the 5 minutes of added here. Toland. Durham will want to get this in. They have got it in. Flicked away. Lambert will just shepherd it away for a corner kick. Can Durham have a say before the half-time whistle? A few instructions from Heppel there as well. Corner kick. And it comes. Hands from the keeper. A few understandably nervous looks over the shoulder. Swings it right-hand side. Good toe poke to find Michaela Foster. A lot of pressure on still here. Hannah Blake trying to find a way through. The ball did start to slow, but too late. Nice pass cut out. Lovely turn. Now to Lambert. Heppel in support. Lambert tries to strike. It's not far away. It is not far away at all. I think you can underestimate how good the finish for the first actually was. It was a really difficult chance she converted. And that would have been something special too as well, Molly Lambert. Nob's just options to leave it to Wardlaw. Hales again in a battle with Briggs. High header forward. Slammed up into the air. Toland doesn't get a clean touch to it. Heppel just about gets it. Toland again. Heppel again. Beth Heppel. Left-hand side to Speckmeyer. Here comes the Venezuelan. Mariana Speckmeyer still going. Bounces off Charlotte Wardlaw. Then cuts inside. Still going here, Speckmeyer. Tries something towards the back post. It's good play. It's back into danger. And Durham have the lead. No, they don't, I think. That flag is raised. Pritchard had put it in. And the offside flag went up. Oluwadelusi. Very strongly raising the flag there in the end. Brilliant play from Mariana Speckmeyer. Absolutely wonderful work on that Durham left-hand side. Here's Sevenius. There's the challenge from Briggs, who perhaps his luck has run out a tad. Freya Gregory will take this free kick very, very late in this first half. Gregory. Very first time towards Pike. Newcastle just being forced, inched back a little bit. Edge of the area, the strike comes in, just wide of the Shepherd goal. Jordan Nobbs opening the boot, slicing right across it. Very close to her first goal of the season. We are now into what must be the last few seconds of this first half at Maiden Castle. Been an entertaining watch, this one. Been as you'd expect many derbies to be. That is the half-time whistle. Megan Wilson draws the first 45 to a close. And this was very late in that first half. Watch this from Mariana Speckmaier. She was brilliant up against Charlotte Wardlaw. Cut inside, kept going. Ball toward the back post, and then tapped in. And then immediately up went the flag. So that's not going to count. I'm sure there'll be some managers with something to say about that post-match, good or bad. But at half-time, in a really interesting game, the early kick-off in the WSL 2 today, it's Durham 1, Newcastle United 1. Different ways through, to a certain extent, different approaches made their way through the leagues in the last few years. These two were against each other a few years ago for promotion from the lower leagues. Newcastle managing to secure that promotion in the end. A game at Wombwell, defeating Barnsley, getting themselves title and promotion. Pritchard trying to get a hold of it. Stokes clears it against her, wins the throw. Flicked up by Blake. Blake wants it back, but it was always going to be a difficult ball. Grace Eyre. Foster, and of course for the usually present Becky Saliki. Heppel has the ball taken off her toe, and now Newcastle can attempt to drive forward, but Meg Wilson has just pulled this back here, the match referee. We're just getting confirmation on the decision in the, well, very late in the first half. Mariana Speckmaier doing brilliantly on that left-hand side to create the chance. The flag went up. It wasn't quite clear initially. It didn't look like offside because the flag wasn't lowered. The ball went out of play, according to the match officials there. So that is why that finish from Pritchard was disallowed. The ball deemed to have gone out of play in the process. Free kick here for Durham. Try and create a second here instead. Launched into the penalty area. Flicked across it. Finds Hannah Blake. Blake towards Wilson, playing on that right-hand side there. Back towards Blake. Might go for it here. Blake tries to manufacture something, but her body was never in the right shape. In the end, very tamely wide. Chance of stay high from the dugout. Pritchard is still chasing down Leafting and has fouled her in the process. I wonder, Femke Leafting has got to try and find a way forward here, really. She's obviously on loan from Chelsea. She was the under-20s Golden Glove winner for the Netherlands in Colombia. Had foot injuries, was out for a very long time, having signed for Chelsea. I think it was 6 or 7 months out she had. Smart play from Briggs. But yeah, Femke Leafting has just got to try and get some regular football. That's certainly what's happening so far here at Newcastle. 11 goals, including today, conceded now. Didn't have the best day against Ipswich. Did make a mistake for their goal, but generally speaking has been very, very decent. Long ball forward. Newcastle trying to have it drop for them. They have. It's Hales. It's a disappointing strike into the arms of the goalkeeper. But there will always be a worry when she gets the ball in that kind of position. Shania Hales landed beautifully for her. Couldn't make it pay. 1-1 as we approach the 50th minute of the game. Newcastle are still waiting for, of course, a more fit Gemma Perfield. She's only had the 1 minute so far, Gemma Perfield, and was a very decent signing as well. 28-year-old will be a massive, massive part of Newcastle's side once she can get back to full match fitness. Club, understandably, not rushing it. Hales. Not too many options there. Stokes wanted to get on with it quickly, but all avenues blocked there. And Wilson has won the free kick. Think back to that unbelievable sliding block in the first half. And it was an incredible sliding block in that first half. Long throw. Flicked on, but Lambert can't divert it. Teammate bound. Wilson in the end just balances himself in front of Hales and wins the ball. More importantly, I should say, wins the throw. 50 minutes in. Durham 1, Newcastle 1. Stokes nods it out. Second half not starting necessarily with the same intensity that the first half did. That is not a surprise. It was absolutely frenetic in the opening 15 or so minutes of this tie. Blake. Unlucky for the ball to bounce off of there. Long throw once more, this time won by Lambert. Durham making small advances down this right-hand side. Throw in. Deflection, throw in, deflection. And this time it's off their own player. Pritchard unable to get it down and under control. Definite pace drop at the start of this second half. Stokes clears it away. Just perhaps taking a little bit of a breath. Lambert finds Blake. Blake's pass is a very good one. Plays it into a dangerous position. It's got an important touch on the way through, though. Can Newcastle bring this forward is the question. Nobbs forced just to retreat in order to get the ball under control. Lambert wins it. Molly Lambert, Durham's goal scorer. Little toe poke into a dangerous position toward the back post. Pritchard will challenge. Leafting will deal with it. Joel Nobbs just tried a little clever 1-2. It didn't quite work. It was less deft by Wilson. Heppel. Onto this right-hand side, that's a great ball and a very good touch from Blake. Lambert lands for her toward the byline. Molly Lambert tries to stand it up back post, but just drifts away. Such a good player, Molly Lambert. A really good first 45 last week, and I think it was more of a team problem than necessarily hers, that the second half didn't have quite the same impact. Although did have that late chance that could have got Durham perhaps a point. She's taken a chance today. Body. Stuns it forward around the back here of Grace Eyre. Gregory's done brilliantly to put it into a dangerous position. Savenius tries to get under control. The attempted shot was immediately blocked. And Tolan can move it to Lambert. Molly Lambert's going to have to drive this here. Molly Lambert's still going. Pritchard in the centre. Durham needs some more bodies in there. Lambert plays it in, stooping header low. Blake goes back for it. Lambert decides just to wait for a little bit of a restructure and lets the ball run away. Michaela Foster will come across to take the throw. He scored direct from a corner kick as well this season against Liverpool in the Subway Women's League Cup. A chance of scoring here, but can she cause some problems with this throw? Foster's throw toward the byline. Might come back to her here, and does do. Lambert stuns one in. Newcastle might be able to merge with it here, and do emerge with it here. Body, a lot of space, a lot of time. Bit of a stumble, but it works. Speckmeyer comes across to try and deal with it. Newcastle still able to keep possession. Until a little bit of a rash touch in the centre of the park there from Body. You can already see with Durham, obviously they did have some key names on international duty ahead of last week's game, and they did have to make a couple of changes due to that. We've seen already in this game once that Mariana Speckmeyer can cause all kinds of problems. And she was, of course, one of the players in the whole league who travelled the furthest, in fact, not just in this Durham side. I think we're going to see some changes in a moment for Newcastle. Here's Lambert. Pass behind Briggs. Strong nod back on. Lovely little touch down that right-hand side. That's a lovely pass. Newcastle coming in here. Ball shepherded away well. But again, and not for the first time in this game, Jordan Nobbs showing her enormous class. Some of the passes, the through balls, the ideas she's had. See why Newcastle decided to bring the 32-year-old in. Now, are we going to see these Newcastle changes? Well, one or two lurking around the dugout getting some instructions. Cut out well by Body. Stokes. Back toward Body. Bit of pressure on. And now Charlotte Wardlaw, who will try from range. It somehow gets through to the goalkeeper, very cleanly struck. It slows down in front of Shepherd as well in the end. She gets on top of it.
Roll over, Poppy, roll over! Unlock it, unlock it!
Durham will keep chasing it down.
Well done, Mickey. Yes, Beth! Yes, Beth! Love it, Diane!
Swung to his right-hand side. Captain in the way, ball out of play. And I think we're going to see our changes here. And two interesting changes as well. It looks like the goal scorer Molly Pike will be heading off, replaced by Emily Murphy here, who did, of course, come off the bench to score against Ipswich last weekend. And it is, yes, Una Sevenius, who also heads off. Replaced by Beth Lumsden. 7 goals last season, Lumsden. Played all over the pitch, but as a striker, as a wing-back. Usually helps to just give it a moment before you work out where Beth Lumsden is placed. She was asked about that recently. She said, I don't care. As long as I play, I'll play anywhere. And that is certainly what she's proven so far this season. Pike and Sevenius off. Interesting call here from Claire Ditchburn. Here comes Hannah Blake. Blake again with a smart touch. She's still going. Finds Molly Lambert, causing problems every time here. Very well blocked by Stokes. Durham coming across to deal with this. Still no sign of changes yet for them. Lumsden and Murphy on. Pike and Sevenius off for Newcastle. Look at the byline. He's going to see the ball drift out for a Newcastle goal kick. .30 minutes and change to go. Strong header on. Speckmeyer will try and chase it down. Pritchard just lurking. Was chasing these down in the first half. He's just keeping an eye on those around her in the second at present. Here's Aoife Mannion. Very good touch from Aoife Mannion and a very smart pass as well. Right-hand side. 5 Newcastle players in front of us here. It's Lumsden with the ball. Plays it in low. Nobbs tries a little dummy. It's taken a bounce. It's somehow saved by Shepherd. That is an extraordinary stop by the Durham goalkeeper. How has that not hit the back of the net? I'm not entirely sure that Freya Gregory knows either. Lovely, smart play from Nobbs. Great ball across from Lumsden. But Shepherd threw her body across toward the post. What a stop that is. Big chance Newcastle. Ball in. Hale's trying to get a hold of it. Foster has done well there with the body. Well, Catriona Shepherd, of course, was unbelievable against Nottingham Forest the other day. They had 17 shots and didn't break through. That is a very, very good piece of goalkeeping. You could argue perhaps the ball should have been put in by Gregory, but both things can be true at the same time. Smart play from Durham there, but Body tries to win the ball back from Lambert. Good turn from Pritchard. Lambert in support. Goes with Molly Lambert, who needs some bodies in the box. Pritchard edge of. It's going to come towards Heppel. Heppel's shot is blocked. Newcastle get it clear. In terms of the result right now, your guess is as good as mine. Toland. Lovely pass, decent touch from Heppel as well, but there's 2 Newcastle players around her. Gregory. Hare has done well. Still back with Newcastle, though, over the halfway line they charge. Wardlaw. Briggs is still going. And still going here, Lauren Briggs, who then tries the shot from range, and you can see what she was trying to do. Leifting, though, able to just stand still and let it come to her. Lovely touch right-hand side. And smart again here from Newcastle, finding some joy. Stokes edge of the penalty area. And it's an air shot from Lumsden. And then Heppel, who's already been in the wars. He's in the wars again, but wins her side the free kick that will just relieve a bit of the pressure. If she keeps getting knocks like this, you do wonder at what point the decision will be to remove her and just try and keep her safe. Such is her importance to this side. She may not play against Sunderland in a couple of weeks. Of course, that's a Subway Women's League Cup game, but Durham do travel to Southampton next weekend. That game and every game, of course, from the Barclays WSL 2 can be found on this YouTube channel. Every single week of the season, we'll bring you every single game of what is already a fascinating second division season. Ayr is beaten to it. Here's Freya Gregory. Chance to drive forward here. Gregory has got Murphy in the centre. He's got Wilson right in front of her. Wins the corner.
In
it will come. Newcastle corner kick nodded away. Front post. Ball given away. Second time as well. And Blake opts to just slow things a little bit. It almost found its way through to Pritchard, and the second ball initially didn't look too safe. In reality, it very much was. Durham will start to move forward here. Deanna Cooper. That'll be through to Shepherd. Maybe ought to see a change in a moment as well here for Durham. First shuffle for the hosts. Cross attempted right-hand side. It's going to bounce back though. Newcastle keep coming here. Lovely attempt to try and get it into danger. Well, we're going to see the substitution here, and it's going to be Layla McFarland who will replace Hannah Blake. Who certainly put a lot into the game here, but McFarland, of course, still trying to properly hammer home this season. She obviously spent time in America, and it's not far off making her senior international debut as well for the Northern Ireland side. That was a big moment for her. Similar in some ways to Hannah Blake, but it's certainly not like for like. Gets her first bit of the action here. A fairly aggressive throw toward Grace Ayr there as well. Wanting to get on with it here, McFarland. Heppel. Somehow managed to squeeze it through the legs. Did it take a bounce off the Newcastle player on the way through? It did not. Not for a Newcastle goal kick. 24 minutes to go in this North-East derby. It's a tie that has gone Durham's way. Albeit Newcastle a very different club now to some of those head-to-head meetings. You could say, I suppose, mind you. So to a Durham, of course, with their new ownership, the new way in which they operate in and around Adam Furness as well. Head of football and obviously him being head coach. Frenetic pressing, the ardour of the first half, just understandably a little lower in this second as Newcastle win the corner kick. Gregory is lurking for the short corner if wanted. sure she'll still be thinking about that huge chance that Shepherd somehow saved a few minutes ago. It's going to come straight in instead, I think, although Megan Wilson is going to go in to have a quick word with a few.
Layla, be ready! Be ready! All over the goalie again.
Newcastle corner kick. Taken short in the end to Freya Gregory. Clips it up, Shepherd comes to punch. Bounces back up again for Gregory. Lambert able just to guide it the way of a teammate. Bit of a risky pass there. Murphy finds Body, whose pass is then cut out. Pritchard will challenge. Doesn't quite win it. Newcastle keep it. Not too many options, and back towards Aoife Mannion. Deanna Cooper. Freya Gregory. Jordan Nobbs in support. Gregory's not going to need her there. And in the end, very, very well marshalled by Grace Eyre. Calmer week for Grace Eyre. She picked up a booking against Sheffield United and then took a couple of big risks in the preceding few minutes, having received that yellow card. In the end, the decision made to replace her was an understandable one. She'd actually played okay once on a yellow. So a couple of challenges in there that she maybe, not fair to say, got away with, but was certainly being risky with. Wilson stoops. Now side-footed forward. Pritchard will try and chase. Picked up by Cooper. And then flicked on nicely here towards Emily Murphy. Murphy will stride forward here. Hales in support. Gregory left-hand side. Freya Gregory hits it in low. Hales trying to find a teammate to go with. Finds one. Blocked first time. Cleared second by Durham. Cooper. Mannion. Oh, no, apologies. Nobbs, in fact. Right-hand side, a little step over. Speckmeyer has been beaten here. Newcastle still coming in, and the drill near post. See Shepherd on top of it again. Pritchard chasing it. I think has somehow kept it in there, has she? No, she has not kept it in there. We'll protest and argue a case, but not for a Newcastle throw. Now this is Aoife Mannion. Pass forward. Now picked up. Briggs a long way forward. A bit out of position as well there, the left back. There has read it well. McFarland. Sticks to Body. Now with Nobbs. Back towards Jordan Nobbs here. Left-hand side. Attempted cross is blocked and away for another set piece for Newcastle. Some confusion as to whether or not the ball went out for a corner or a throw, but there's your answer. Sharp turn there. A drop of the shoulder and into the Durham penalty area, back across. Cleared away, not convincingly though. In the end, an awkward bounce results in a handball and a Durham free kick. And Lily McFarland, of course, already on for Durham. There are other attacking changes. Lucy Watson did make a bit of a difference when she came on against Sheffield United. I wonder if we're going to see another change here anytime soon. Tolan thought about chasing it. Briggs picks it up instead. Left-hand side, Nobbs is lurking to try and create some problems. The cross is slightly overhit. Demi Stokes. That's exactly what she needs to do. Ball, I think, is kept in there. Shouts of ref, but actually very, very good work from Beth Lumsden. Did not give up, kept going. Pritchard chasing, Stokes. Nice football there from Newcastle to get themselves a bit of space. Nobbs tries to swing it, and Briggs, I think, has been beaten to it here. But again involved here, Lauren Briggs, referee. I've seen Briggs involved in a few of those today. Only deemed one of them a foul so far. Now, there may have been a yellow card for dissent a few moments ago. We will confirm who for. And it sounds like Jordan Nobbs has been booked for dissent. Heppel into the penalty area. Come Durham once more. Very, very tricky ball to pull off there from Lambert, and in the end, Durham have to retreat, but that's a really smart pass from Grace Eyre while backtracking. Less smart pass from McFarland. And now Newcastle are through here, advantage played. Plenty of black and white shirts forward. This is going to be difficult for Durham. Shot was maybe the wrong option. Newcastle keep it. Body. Lofted into the penalty area. Heppel able to just smack it clear, and he might actually come to Pritchard here. His first touch on the head is a good one. Heppel. Swung left-hand side. Pritchard and McFarland out to the right. The attempted switch, though, down the left-hand side hasn't worked, and Newcastle come forward. 15 to go. Murphy moves it back to Body. For Mannion. Grace Eyre has had a very good second half so far. Conceded the throw there. I wonder if a few moments ago Freya Gregory made the wrong call. There was a lot of teammates forward. That's a brilliant touch from Lumsden. Fantastic piece of skill. Tracked by Eyre, who concedes the corner. Newcastle, it does feel having the better of the game, the better of the chances here. In comes that corner kick. Shepherd, a very strong punch to it. Shouts of get out from that Durham dugout. Ball comes back again. Hales lays it off towards Stokes, and there's a body in the way. And of course, it's Sarah Wilson, still with Newcastle. Lumsden dealt with by Eyre. Desi Fawn out. Still at times just such a committed defender. Pushed forward by Mannion, all given away by Newcastle. And the free kick given by Megan Wilson. Well, it's not the same kind of game that Claire Ditchburn, of course, managed for Newcastle last weekend. Very different kind of atmosphere, different kind of expectation and pressure, and the X factor of it being a local derby. Newcastle have at times still seemed a bit more joined and a bit more composed at times. So it does feel like there's been a couple of improvements, but it's hard to truly know the long-term effect of Becky Langley leaving the club. Such was her heroic status, really. Big call from the club. As they did make some big moves in the summer, there was real expectation that Newcastle would be looking at the top two. There is still time. This division can absolutely change quickly. Durham's manager was saying just as much pre-match. If things were to stop 1-1, Newcastle would sit in 6th, Durham, of course, up to 8th, but they're the only teams who've played so far today, so those positions, you could argue, unlikely to hold come the end of this afternoon. Only for Durham, it still would have them only 4 points away from the bottom of the table. Lambert turns away brilliantly, Molly Lambert. Edge of the penalty area. McFarlane tries the shot, it deflects, shouts for handball. Referee not interested. His pass down that right-hand side is just going to be too far. But again, Molly Lambert, such an enormous danger. Heppel did brilliantly to win it. And then it was all just a little bit awkward, really, for Layla McFarland. Was well defended as well, in truth. And Grace Eyre, I think going to be hard for her to argue against that one. A bit of a shove on the back of Shania Hales. Deanna Cooper smashes one forward. Durham smash it back. And I think we may have had a knock to the head here. Demi Stokes going across to, I think, have a word with the referee. But that has been a knock on the side of the face of Grace Eyre. Sarah Wilson and Demi Stokes having a bit of a chat as well. Grace Eyre just feels she just got a bit of a bash there in the process. It's a head injury, so going to be looked at straight away, of course. Seems okay. Just the rub of the side of the face. A few drinks taken on as well here by Newcastle. Layla McFarland is just in the short term filled in at right back while they look at Grace Eyre. Cooper gets the game back underway. 16 shots to wait for Newcastle. McFarlane launches it sky high. It's not clear yet. Stokes able to guide it back toward goal. Hales doesn't get a telling touch first time. Lambert does second. Possession stat hasn't really moved in the game for Newcastle. They've been hovering around 59, 58, 60 all match. But at the moment, it still remains one apiece despite those pretty strong Newcastle favoured stats. Edge of the penalty area. McFarland again. Cooper under pressure from Pritchard. Strong header on the edge of the penalty area. Shepherd doesn't come for it. It's going to be Jordan Nobbs to take the strike. Well hit. but over the bar. Just came and actually hit very well by Nobbs. (1-1) at Maiden Castle. 7 and change to go. Powerful header. Forward it comes again. A flick from Lambert, who just had to get something to it. And a clever dummy as well from Cooper. McFarland chased it back down. Grace Air back on the field now, as you can see. Is this going to head to a 1-1 finish? Or is there going to be another sting in this tail today? Two meetings these two have had. Neither, of course, has ended in a draw. 1-0 win for Durham back in October of last year. Back in March, Durham very, very good in that 3-1 victory over Newcastle. Ball toward the goal of Catriona Shepherd, but very easily dealt with by the goalkeeper. I think it is interesting that since taking that knock in the first half, Beth Heppel has been a little bit quiet in the centre of the park. She's had a couple of small moments, but I think she is still suffering a little bit. Still doesn't look 100% comfortable. That's a brilliant pass from McFarland. Bounces off the side of her leg, though. And Body has been very, very good in how she's dealt with that. Durham throw. Cooper did think about it, but in the end Stokes takes it. And well, not a great deal happens there for Newcastle. With the throw. McFarland with the header, but almost too much on it from her. As mentioned, Newcastle next weekend. They've got themselves a unbelievable tie against Sunderland. But first, what's going to happen in this one? Because Lambert's in. Molly Lambert, brilliant defending. Aoife Mannion, things changed very quickly. Should Lambert have gone out to her left-hand side, perhaps there, but you can't take that away from the defending. That was absolutely superb, and she continues to cause so many problems here, Lambert. Yeah, Newcastle, Sunderland next weekend, so another Northeast derby for them. A lot of tickets sold for that game at St James's Park so far. If you can't go, you can watch it on this YouTube channel with us, of course. As you can every WSL 2 game this season. Durham corner. In comes that corner toward goal, and I think a few in the ground thought they had found its way in. No danger at all in the end. Pritchard goes across. Newcastle move it forward. Hales has been quieting down pretty well through vast majorities of this game. And a good way to deal with Newcastle if you can stop Shania Hales having too much of a say. It's the goals, is it? I mean, 2 promotions on the belt as well. Speckmeyer had a quiet second half. Mannion just had a big moment a second ago. Out to the right-hand side now.
On the edge. Walking, tracking. Murphy's free there.
Body in support. Has to come back in the end. Little interchange. Lambert just hovered before making the attempted challenge. And gets a left foot to it. Hales. Toland is nibbling at her heels. Durham just sitting a little deep for the manager's liking. All away from Heppel. Body. Now Stokes. Stokes gets inside nicely here. Strong boot and Newcastle can come forward again. Pritchard opts to come deep to at least slow things down. Here come Newcastle once more. Left-hand side with Stokes. Just stands it up towards the back post. Volleyed forward for Pritchard, who's all by herself here. Poppy Pritchard. Still Poppy Pritchard, who wins the throw. Beth Heppel still does not look comfortable. Of course, with the injury to Becky Saliki, which apparently is a minor knock, so we'll likely not see the centre-back out for too long. If Durham are needing to find their form, needing to find some wins as well, they're going to need Beth Heppel on the field, you'd imagine. Which may have factored into the decision not to perhaps remove her a little bit earlier. She hasn't looked too bad, but it's clear that the way she normally plays has not been possible through much of this game since that knock. 2 minutes of added time will be added here at Maiden Castle. Toward Leifting here, whose clearance is not a great one. Just about evades Heppel and Toland as well. And now Newcastle can play their way forward. Ball left-hand side. Lumsden. 2 Durham bodies in the way. Eyre and Wilson. Late corner. Newcastle still believe they can win this. Into a dangerous position, and Shepherd has done brilliantly. And not for the first time today either. I think we've got a problem inside the penalty area as well, in fact inside the net. Hard to tell from this distance who's on the ground there for Durham. Shepherd absolutely had to get to that. It's Lauren Briggs who's limping. Certainly not 100% here, the left back. Newcastle corner. Again into a dangerous position. And then away very strongly indeed. Leifting will come for it. Just has to get it away. Doesn't win the throw. In fact, does win the throw. Initially looked very frustrated there. But let's look at this. I mean, that's a dangerous one. We've seen plenty of goals, I mean, albeit directly from set pieces, but plenty of similar goals to that this season already. And Shepherd not having it on that occasion. Final change, Sarah Robson will come on. She'll replace Mariana Speckmeyer, as Durham might just be shoring things up for these last few seconds of today. Decided that maybe the point is enough. They can build. Try and get themselves a victory next time. Last few seconds of this tie. The first half certainly more intriguing than the second, you could argue. But we have seen some big moments, and Catriona Shepherd yet again showing her enormous worth to Durham. Here's Toland. With a wild ball, drifts away. Durham now, if it's forwards, it's probably not bad. McFarland, flicked forward by Heppel. Pritchard, Layla McFarland. Can Durham do something here? Poppy Pritchard, well challenged by Lumsden. And that is it. It is a 1-1 draw with everything that needed to be said being said in the opening 15 minutes of the game. But there is a woman who has had an enormous say in this second half. A brilliant performance from Catriona Shepherd, who's pulled off a couple of absolutely stunning stops, no better than the one that Freya Gregory was denied by. She continues to have an exceptional season, Catriona Shepherd. And these two sides both would have been desperate for a win in this derby for a number of reasons. We'll have to settle for the draw instead. Molly Lambert, a brilliant equaliser. And actually, a number of big moments in the game as well. She's such an enormous talent. And of course, that was cancelling out that early Molly Pike goal as well. Tale of the Mollies in this game today. You can see a few nice words as well between the Durham staff and Femke Liefding as well. It was a really intriguing game throughout, but in the end, as mentioned, it all happened in the opening 15 minutes of the match. Full time between two sides who would have wanted a win, neither get it. Durham 1, Newcastle United 1. Well, we'll have the rest of the action to come this afternoon, this being the early kickoff, of course, in the Barclays WSL 2. Durham have a very tough-looking game, travelling to Southampton next weekend. A long, long old trip. And against a side who at the moment are scoring goals for fun. That'll be a real test of Adam Furness's side. For Newcastle, and all the players and staff in that huddle, well, they've got another derby up next weekend as they host Sunderland at St James's Park. I think upwards of 11,000 tickets already sold for that game. So you want to talk about atmosphere, that is going to have one. They're going to try and find the source here. And of course, one thing they've got to find out is just how bad Beth Heppel's knock was. It might be that it's just an impact injury she can get over in a few days. They'll be hoping for Becky Saliki to return to the side as well, albeit Michaela Foster today had a very good game as well, filling in for Saliki. When you take a look at the stats, though, it'll be Newcastle who perhaps have frustrated. 18 shots to 10, 8 on target to 3. Similarly to how she played at times against Nottingham Forest, Catriona Shepherd, very, very hard to get the ball by. Incredibly even through a lot of those defensive stats as well. Durham, although they did it for a bit of a direct form of play, they want to improve on that passing accuracy a little bit. You do have to take that in context as well. Of course, just the one booking that went to Jordan Nobbs for that yellow card for dissent. And let's take a look, shall we, at the game highlights. Well, this ball from Hales to find Nobbs was absolutely sensational. Nobbs' first attempt was blocked, but second time around, Pike put it in. Continues to settle into this team incredibly well, Molly Pike. But, I mean, that reverse pass there is just brilliant to find Nobbs, whose run was exactly what you'd expect from a player of her quality and experience. Wilson in the way first time, no one in the way second time. And back-to-back goals for Molly Pike. Only 5 minutes later, though, in came the equaliser. Molly Lambert going with the right boot rather than the left and making the right decision as well. A brilliant slotted finish from Lambert, who continues to, in a team that isn't playing brilliantly, have a very, very good season. And that, again, is much more difficult than it looks, that finish. So those are the 2 goals in the game, but there were chances as well. Speckmeyer doing so well on this left-hand side. A little quiet, particularly in the second half here. Speckmeyer created this chance, which just drifted out of play before Pritchard was able to tap it in. No goal given. Flag straight up. And that would not stand, despite Speckmeyer's incredibly good work on the wing. Or the judge to have gone too far over the line. And in the second half, we did see a few good stops from Catriona Shepherd, but this undoubtedly the best of the bunch. Nobbs avoiding it, finding Gregory, and Shepherd was not letting go of that one. Brilliant stop from the goalkeeper. And so that is today's early kickoff, but don't forget, on our YouTube channel, you will find all of the games going live from 2 p.m. We'll give you a reminder of some of those. Bristol City against Ipswich Town, Charlton, Southampton. That looks like an absolute corker, doesn't it? Palace, Sheffield United is now underway, with Sheffield United having played so well last weekend. Keep an eye on Amy Andrews in that one. And Sunderland, Portsmouth. Portsmouth just need to get players back fit again in what's been a pretty rough couple of months for them. So looking at the league table as well, because of course this is the early kickoff, things will likely change, but Newcastle on to 10 points and 6th in the league. Durham sitting in 9th. They need to start finding a little bit more. Just a 1 win in 5 now for Durham. Well, in particular, the first half of this game was exactly what we expected from a derby. The second half, a little quieter, but certainly of real interest. Durham and Newcastle both desperate for the win for derby day reasons, and of course to try and break free and push further on in the league season. Neither get it. It finishes a draw, and at Maiden Castle today, it is Durham 1, Newcastle United 1.